Okay, so dude, after playing a couple of times, I've got it's really good. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of feedback that needs to happen. Like for example, Doppel is not supposed to be able to follow me so fast, especially when I resummon, because we need this for desynchronization, right? So now I'm forced to use this. 1, 2, 3. That doesn't even work, right? So I have to do 1, 2. Yep, and that's the only formation that I've seen work so far. Right? And it doesn't work. The aerial, a lot of the aerial doppel stuff, it's kind of like, it's not really working that well. Right. So you need to have some recovery. So recovery is like, you see how you made it so that you can cancel instantly like STT? Like that. Hold on, sorry. Yeah, like STT, that's actually really bad. You want to keep that on STT only. That way there's a difference between how the doppel is used. Because that's the reason why there's STT doppel combos and Vergil doppel combos, right? Rising Star needs to also not hit up so far like that. Right? And this is nice. Because of the deep stinger tracking, some of it is not hold on, let's see. This is nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's also, I don't know if you did that on purpose, where it's like on S rank or higher. It like, I think that you did on purpose, but being able to taunt Rising Star, that's kind of cool. If that was on purpose. But yeah, also the spiral swords, they shoot out, the sword formations, they load way too fast. There needs to be a longer delay because it screws up combos like this, where I have to be really careful. Yeah, you see? Right. So, but being able to force edge at round trip at any point, and also being able to do that is nice. Yeah, but this like Lunar Phase already hits in the air, right? So this needs to come down. This needs to loop if you can find a way to get it to keep looping. Yeah, that needs to loop all the way downwards, and then if you release it, then it's like the force edge round trip, right? And I don't know if this is also hold on, what do you call it? What was that move? Yeah, but you can like, there's some weapon switch tech that you made. You're not supposed to. Hold on. Let's see if it works when it's grounded. So, nope. Yeah, so that also works too. I don't know if you did that on purpose. The weapon switch stuff. Yeah, you see it activated on purpose again. It's kind of annoying, but I understand maybe you were. It's very hard to do this stuff, so I'm just being kind of like nitpicky right now. And then what do you call it? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. You need to be able to desync stuff. Oh, I can't catch it like that. Okay, whatever. See? You see how there's different recovery? Also, he's just standing there as I'm just pressing. That's kind of, it makes it feel really cheap. So it's important to let it actually stand and stuff, and actually use the recovery, which is like the long hit at the end. Like that. Those things actually matter so much for Vergil, for Doppel. Not too long, but not too short, obviously. think, well, it's really funny because it's like delay actually works really well. Yeah, you see, so stuff like that really works well with delay. But you need to be a bit more mindful with the cancel windows and timings and also the spacing of stuff. But this is really good work. Hold on. Yeah, round trip needs to be able to charge from this as well. Not just from like trick up and stuff, you know. So it's really nitpicky, but essentially what I will show you is on the main vanilla stuff. What I'll show you on the main vanilla stuff is the normal doppel stuff. So do you see how the cancel windows? Those things are important. Yeah, so okay, so that one I should have switched speed. Okay, so that one I messed up. Let's try again. Wow, okay. Let's try again. Okay. Yep. I see why the pause combo. Okay, so that hits on the same time. Okay, so there's some options there, but then it's kind of funky. Okay, alternatings work. Let's try different speeds. Okay, so it doesn't change. Okay, good. Because what I was testing there is, you notice how if I'm in the air, if one of us is in the air, it alternates like that. Whereas if we're both in the air, both goes out because of the ground dash. Yep. I was checking if different speeds actually affect the timing, which it doesn't. It's on command. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. That it doesn't work like that. So let me show you the vanilla stuff. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, so there are things that are actually really nice. Like for example, that launching when it's at a distance, whereas this hitting. Hold on, let me try this. That's not what I mean by diagonal downwards, because that goes up and forward before it goes down. It needs to go down, diagonal downwards immediately. I mean, there's a slowdown is, sometimes there are things that then miss, right? But this is what I mean for the doppelganger. Because you made it STT cancelable. So, what do you call it? So, when I resummon, there's no recovery to separate it to desynchronize it. That desynchronization is extremely important, right? Yeah, and that makes it hard to combo because it launches at those times. And because you cancel it like this so much, it's hard to desynchronize. Because I can just do this. You see how it's still staying in the air? It doesn't make it fun, it makes it feel cheap. That's the issue. So there's some cool delay stuff though. Oh, that's too far. Okay. Let's try again. Oh, that's too far. Okay. See? It just, the doppels formations just doesn't work. And then that's just, that doesn't work. Even though it's doppel, yeah. So, and there, but there's some cool stuff, like for example, this being able to like round trip immediately. If there's a way to make the launching dive kick follow Vergil, that would be really nice. The gravity falling in this game is kind of, I think some of the slow-mo stuff, like, I don't know if that's on purpose, being able to do that after the taunt on SN rank and higher. That's kind of cool. Okay. The timing for Just Judgment is kind of off. Oh no, never mind, that was just bad. But yeah, there's some cool stuff here, like that hitting. Okay, so I should. Yeah, hit that hitting. That needs to go. Okay, let me hit it. Yeah, you need to be able to have, like, canceling it like this. It just feels cheap. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't help. Like, there's no utility for this. Like, there's no reason for this. The other thing is, what do you call it? Oh, I think the swords are not. Hold on, give me a sec. Oh, I didn't put the summon swords. Hold on, give me a sec. Okay, let me reboot the game. But yeah, essentially the summon swords, they activate way too fast. It's not good. I have to really be like super light-fingered whenever I just want to shoot a single blade shot, which is important for certain combos, which I'll show you in a second, and it's just very finicky. And if there's a way to make it last, like you need to hold it a little bit longer before it goes, like the original. I think the original timing is the best. It's not super late and laggy like Devil May Cry 3, but I feel like this is too much in the opposite direction of going it too fast. So I need it to be like at least 0.4 seconds. So around about like I need it around maybe 20 frames. 25 frames might be a little too much, but 20 frames should be good. Because it just feels like I just hold it for like maybe like 5, 7, and then like the sword formation appears, and it's just too sensitive. I need it a little longer for certain combos that I'm going to show you in a moment. But yeah, being able to instantly round trip Force Edge, round trip on Mirage Edge after aerial Deep Stinger is pretty cool. Unfortunately, I don't think you can make Deep Stinger just go straight and stuff like that, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, that was jump cancel. That's not really. Hold on. So carries some inertia too. That's nice. Right. Yeah, you see, I didn't even hold it for that long. Yeah, and the gravity gain is you need to. Okay, here's the thing. If you want to make the gravity like Devil May Cry 4, honestly, you need to change the enemy's gravity, and you need to remove all the slow-mos. There are too many slow-mos. If you want, yeah, see, I was just shooting. I wasn't even trying to do spiral swords in the fucking hula hoop of death. So that's the issue. I have to be really sensitive. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, well that was supposed to hit, but whatever. It is what it is. So you froze that. Okay, let me check this. Actually, I don't know how I feel about that. I like it so it makes it more stable, but it makes it hard to... If you can make it so that, like, for example, do you see how I'm judgment cutting here and I'm moving forward? If you can make it so that it makes it easier for repositioning. So, see how you can manually move? If you move the stick direction, you're kind of... This is the thing that Matt Walker was talking about, that he said was replacing inertia. But obviously we still prefer redirectable inertia through enemy step, but it is what it is. But what do you call it? If there is a way to do that, but while World of V is happening, so it's easier to like do the setups for the World of V jump cancel knockback, that would be pretty cool. But I understand I'm asking for a lot. And being able to cancel out of that, by the way, is super cool. Even without trick. It would be nice if we could trick up after as well. You see? Trick is not happening for some reason. Seems like melee strings are owning. You know, but I really sincerely appreciate being able to... Yeah, but you also need to make it so that this is kind of... Yeah, doing it on the ground though, I can just... like, this is not good. You can't let it cancel into itself like that. It's just... Or get rid of the camera thing. Either one. Let me try something. Yeah, that's what I thought. I really like that. That's cool. Oh, I missed the combo. Yeah, but it is what it is. But seriously, this is amazing stuff so far, though. And being able to do, like, and putting, what do you call it? Actually, this tap, but this hold, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. So this is kind of like guard fly on the ground input for Dante, for on DMC4, but, hold into, that's what I'm talking about, man. Oh, and then tap for lunar phase on the ground, but oh, that is so sexy. Hold on. Oh, and here's the other thing. I don't know if this is on purpose, but if I switch the melee charge, it actually works. Let me try it in the air. Okay, works through trick. Okay, yeah, that still works. That's nice. So... try something. Yeah, but then you see if I do it too early, force edge comes out. That's right, that's right. So he has to sheath it. Boom. That's very nice. Yeah, but not being like on the healing, what do you call it? On the hold. That works if I jump cancel, but if I just do this one, it doesn't work for some reason. The melee charge, you can see the melee charge. It's still, because the Yamato flashes. Let me try it. So what's the timing? When I hit the ground, got it. Okay. Yeah, so there's some things that kind of need a little bit of adjustment, especially this. You shouldn't be able to do this. It feels really cheap. if you want to do this, if you want to replace with something like this, make it so that, what do you call it? Make it so that, okay, that's kind of cool. Reverse knockback. Okay, I'll play with that later. Oh, I just found that. I did not know about that. I just found that. Oh, interesting. That's very interesting. I just see. Wow, I was just trying to shoot one so I could air trade. Okay. So if you tap, you see this one? I mean? So if I tap, why do I only get one aerial cleave? You see? It's still. It doesn't always hit because of whatever you have property there. Let me try that again. Okay, so if I just wait, so if I time it, interesting. Yeah, that's kind of. Okay, I'll experiment with this later. That's very interesting. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, but we don't need two of them. Look, we have a Helm Breaker already. Like, we don't need... Yeah, being able to trick up from this will be very important. Because... Like, especially... Because you're going... What if I want to go higher? Like, if I air trick or trick down, it's fine. So I should be able to... What do you call it? Air trick from that as well. Okay, let's try that technique. Okay, let me try that combo again. Okay, so that works. Okay, we can vertical ping pong. What is the aerial cleave input for you? What is the aerial cleave input, dude? Like, do you see how many? I had triple sword formations, bro. What is going on? That's too much. Bless you, by the way. That's cool. I'm just gonna say that. All right.